الحمد لله رب العالمين.
And the fantastic box file is switch off. What you set to fly?
Prayer room itu bacanya apa?
Bilik sembahyang.
So very nice man, you know.
Yeah.
Now
When? Last year?
last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
About last 1 year and a half.
Iya. April.
So many.
Kantor polisi.
Kantor Perdana Menteri.
Oh, kantor
Ya.
Perdana Menteri.
Kantor Perdana Menteri kan?
Perdana Menteri.
Itu.
Iya.
Kementerian kok yang Prodi. Cik melipe Prodi. Oh, terlalu anu tinggi.
So this is Ministry
Kementerian
of-
Pendidikan, Minister of Education.
It's very old building lah.
But
Yes,
it's
very
beautiful.
old building.
Beautiful. But nobody is working.
kearifan lokal. So we relate that literacy, improving the literacy to the culture in Brunei. For example, now I want to do some activities, Bapak Ibu. Bu Ari mentioned that there's one way to improve the literacy by for the how do I say this? Yeah. But thank you again for you're welcome here. You can sing well. Welcome to Brunei. Nervous okay. But yeah, one song, traditional song. Kampung Air. Kampung Air. Airnya jernih, Pulau Sibungur di tengah-tengah. Duhai kampungku, aduhai sayang, oh sayang, kampung air dalam sejarah. Deretan rumah di sungai Brunei.
Education. And what is the purpose of this course? Actually, the course trying to take the students' understanding about their own culture and reflect. They are doing the cultural self-reflection and how the culture that embedded in themselves can be used professionally in their professional development as a teacher. So I believe that as an individual, we have so many cultures embedded in ourselves. For example, me, I'm Indonesian, but I'm also a Muslim, and I'm also a Japanese, and I believe we also have many cultures in yourself. And we are trying to teach which culture for many years.
In our school. So the one on school is already a kind of operated library. So when you have this library, you can have it's very important approach. So in your library, you can just read every day, use your writing and speaking. And also in the school library, you can have this concept of our history in the past. So when you have this biography, you have this whole article in history. You have in history. Let's go through our history. You mentioned anything to do with history, our history in the past. So this is also relevant to our school, like the new concept library, and also the school can plan a visit to historical center. museum.
Historical
Yeah,
science.
maybe our school can start a visit to museum because it is also related with our history in the past, according to the concept this yesterday. And then next is through the music. Siapa menyanyi kemarin ya? Yeah. So you mentioned yesterday as a through music. So this music, of course, we have this traditional dance and songs. Maybe our school can through this traditional dance or song inter-school competition. Ya, peraduan tarian dan menyanyi sekolah-sekolah boleh ya orang laksanakan ya. And then through this competition, they can just adopt this traditional custom. This traditional custom while dancing and singing. So it's part of the culture,
Yes.
the uniform they are wearing, the songkok dan cara macam. So that's one aspect I can think of last night. So also they can have this traditional competition during the end of term school. So normally our school during the end of term school they have this including this traditional dance, traditional culture show, and then what else? And also, I just remember this from Blind School. They have this next week. Is it talent show?
Talent show.
Yeah, talent show in one of our school sometime next week. So this talent show, of course, is associated with visual concepts, where again maybe one of the talents, dance competition, song competition. So we can implement that if the school is ready. I think the school is ready. Okay, Pak. Oh ya, Pak. So jadi kalau summarize my conclusion is you can visit to the museum to expose your student. This anything to do with our history in the past, yeah. So and then the second one is the traditional dance or traditional talent, So again, this is anything to do with culture that you can organize. And then from the mathematical point of view is quite typical. Note tracy is quite easy to understand this concept. But through mathematical point of view is I'm not sure. I just put down here is through their everyday life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, for example, when you have this cooking competition, like Nuridah there is Lambah School, they have this science week last month, and they have this cooking scientific experiments, including the cooking. So according to my you can of course express mathematical value on this concept. When they are measuring ingredients, when you are cooking, they are just involved mathematics ingredient, the amount of value you put in the cooking. So one aspect mathematics, my understanding of this
Numeracy.
numeracy. Yeah. So again, with this scientific experiment, of course, you can have this, when you last time we had this with the Lambah School is this concept of scientific experiment, and this student they experiment how Kinoy Raptor. Of course, involved mathematical question. That's the latest I remember regarding our workshop. So I stop there and then can we go to
the students is to learn about the Bruneian flag. So we actually have this in our subject, and we teach them what are the 4 colors represent. What is the panji? The yellow symbolizes the royalty, for example, and so on. Okay, so here we already, in a way, have summarized the whole ethno-literacy in this subject, particular subject. Next slide. So followed by science subjects. This one, I would like to explain briefly about how we go about our ethno-literacy in terms of science topic. So for example, now we're on topic plantations. So what I want to do to the students is to actually make them understand what is the topic all about, to relate with the syllabus of the school, and then we involve the ethnicity. For example, the Simpor, that is showing Brunei Simpor. So Simpor Bunga is actually symbolizing our nationality. It shows our success. So we try to relate it on the examples of the flowers, for example, in the science topic, so that they understand and acknowledge the culture of Brunei. Next slide. It's also related to how we go about this topic. So we try to make sure that they participate, get involved, and also be interested in the actual events. Because if they only see it as an example, they wouldn't have the picture in mind. But if we try to make sure that they involve and participate, they will get interested. Next slide. For mathematics, next slide. This is an example of what Cikgu Radena has been doing to the students. For the students to participate mathematics subjects, they try to understand what the symbols inside the money. So for example, there's a Simpor Bunga, just now what I've mentioned in the duit RM1, RM10, RM5. So by this, in a way, the mathematics is also related to our ethnicity, our culture. Yeah? And followed by, this is just an example, what we have done during our Hari Raya celebration in school. We try to show that this is our culture. And we also brought, thanks to Cikgu Liana and also Ustazah, for these props. We have bring this to make sure that the students have the exposure of the Malay traditional events. For example, below that,
production. Our country, Brunei Darussalam, is known as our philosophy, Melayu Islam Beraja. Melayu is Brunei is a country that is known as Malay Islamic monarchy. In Malay, almost of the Bruneian Malay, and our native language is Malay language. Malay in Brunei Darussalam, we have 7 ethnic. There are Melayu Brunei, Wak Dusun, Wak Melayu, Wak Dusun, Wak Kedayan, Wak Murut, and Wak Sayak. This is where all the ethnic from. Okay, Islam is as official religion in negara Brunei Darussalam. We follow Mazhab Syafi'i Ahli Sunnah wal Jamaah. Beraja Sultan becomes the administration and management of the country and government in Brunei. Next slide. Okay. The next slide will be presented by my friend here.
Maybe we can interpret the integrations such as in the traditional
songs. We can use the melody to make the students follow to memorize the multiplication or do the addition or subtractions. Next is we can use the traditional songs, traditional games such as Tinting, Simban, and Congkak. This Simban will present, my colleague will present over the Simban that relate to the numeracy. And then the traditional dance, we can relate about the steps. The step is for us to memorize the patterns, which pattern is related to the numeracy, patterns of the numbers, how many steps. And then next is the traditional custom. From the picture, this is one of the Majlis Berbadak, one of the Malay ethnic. As you can see in the picture, there is bracelet in their hand. Either it's 12 or 6 is depend of the weight. And then last but not least is Islamic calendar. Since Brunei is MIB, Melayu Islam Raja, so Islamic calendar, we have songs in Brunei about the arrangement of the Islamic months. Muharram, Safar, that's the songs. Next is
How is the song?
How is the
How is the song?
Ask my sekolah, we have songs together.
Okay. Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, Rabiul Akhir, Jamadil Awal, Jamadil Rajab, Syaban, Ramadan, Syawal, Zulkaidah, Zulhijjah.
Sama dengan Indonesia.
Next is teachers tahu this game kan? Do you guys know this game, Simban? Basically, it involves at least two people, and then while throwing the stones up, you pick up the other stones. So there will be changes in the number patterns. Throughout this process, the students will learn how to count the numbers. That's all from our group. Thank you.
Dan beberapa orang guru-guru lain, Cikgu Syahira, Cikgu Miza,
Saya Cikgu Dayana.
Saya Cikgu Aziat.
dan saya Cikgu Farida. Okey, sebenarnya sistem pengajaran dan pembelajaran sama menerapkan budaya tradisional Brunei di sebahagian mata pelajaran seperti yang disampaikan oleh para pembentang, sama semuanya. So pada hari ini kami cuma menyampaikan literasi dalam subjek bahasa Melayu, tajuk cerita rakyat. Di akhir pengajaran dan pembelajaran, pelajar akan dapat menyebut atau ada teacher.
Okay, what?
Kenapa nahoda manis bertukar menjadi batu?
Karena nakoda manis sudah durhaka
Durhaka.
kepada ibu.
Dan ibunya berdoa. pengajaran yang dapat diambil daripada kisah legenda ini? Ada juga tradition that we're going to use, the idea that we're going to pakai is very traditional game that is congkak. I guess everyone should know what is congkak, right? Congkak tahu kan? Yang ada seven circles. Okay. Our effort. Okay. So our learning identity, we will going to teach students using visual and also practicals. Okay, so we're going to ask the students to practice the congkak, how we're going to teach them every of the hole. Kan congkak tu ada 7 lubang, and then every lubang itu we put 7 marbles or pebbles, right? So we're going to count that, and then for the learning subjects that we do is we consider maths and also science. And okay, so how we going to introduce the Brunei traditional game to the student is we're going to prepare. We're going to show adalah congkak atau arah the students. Sorry, our visual macam mana? Okay. My friend Lucas. Okay, so we're going to explain about the congkak and then show the pictures about the congkak, and then what shapes congkak atau. Okay, what do you think the congkak shapes? What do you think? Apa congkak punya shape? Oval. And then dia punya tu anak-anaknya circle, bulat kan? So it's related to maths and also science lah, in shapes, okay? And then what is the congkak made of? What do you think? What the congkak made of? Words lagi nowadays? Plastic, right? Masa ni banyaknya plastik, okay? So yang words satu, yang lama-lama punya sudah kan? And then the shape obviously yang macam board shape, and then oval, and then circle. So there is 2 big circles and then 14 small circles. If you guys realize there is 7 and okay, the players for congkak ada 2 kan? 2 orang. Okay, so each side ada 7. If you guys realize 7 is our block ada 7, right? So we just can relate that to bagi kita student lah yang in Brunei ada 7 puak. And then the congkak will relate to adalah, okay? And then this is our adalah idea how we going to explain juga. The big circle represent for rumah, right? Rumah, and then the small circle is the kampung, okay? Kampung in Brunei, okay? And then how to play congkak? Obviously there is 2 players, and then mesti ada papan congkak. And buah congkak, obviously tadi pakai marbles or pebbles and also shells kalau adalah ha. And then the goals is, apa goal tadi main congkak? Anyone yang pernah main congkak, apa goal tadi? Yang paling banyak? Who has the most marbles or guli in their rumah is the winner of the congkak kan? Macam mana lah. So we teach the students macam mana we're going to macam mana? Okay, this is their stuff. Okay, so as I told you before, you cakap ada 7 pieces of atau marbles in each of the circle, and then in each small circle is the kampung, and then the big circle is the rumah remain empty. Require 2 players, and then each player controls 7 holes and on rumah to the left and left and the end of the adalah the congkak. And then on the turn, a player removes all the pieces from one of the 7 holes, distributes them clockwise, one piece in each hole. Right, faham kan? So tadi ambilkan congkak itu, and then tadi simpan satu in each hole, right? Until tadi dapat the atau tadi panuhkan our house ini. Ini kampungnya, and then we panuhkan the house untuk tadi manang for each player itu. Okay? So So, if the lost piece falls into an occupied hole, all the pieces are removed from that hole. Right? Tani ambil, kalau itu tani we add our bubbles satu arah itu, then we take another one, right? Tani gumpul, and then ends when the player's lost piece falls into an empty hole on the opponent side. If last piece falls into players on rumah, they earn another turn, right? And then kalau kata tadi still play, right? The congkak. And then if last piece falls into player empty hole, their side capture all the pieces in the hole directly across the opponent side and put them in their home players. So if tadi berarti di sini lah example, and then sini marbles banyak kan? So we're going to take, right? And ambil the marbles. Okay? And then if player has no piece on this side of the board, when it is their turn, the turn must pass. Okay? Tadi passing lagi arah orang lain. Okay? And then player counts the number of piece in their rumah. After tadi habis sudah in every each of the holes, and then left it arah rumah ni kan? So we need to count every each one for the player, right? Tadi kira. And then most pieces is the winner. Okay, so our conclusion here, students will learn about more international game, congkak, learn about chefs, materials, and also accounting. Okay, for the congkak punya game adalah relate to technology lah mostly. Okay, chefs, materials, apa yang mau pakai. Okay, faham? Sorry. Okay, I think that's atas sajalah idea kami. Okay, for today. Okay, thank you very much. Hope you.
So they do it because the teacher tell them to do it. So we need to change that paradigm. Change the paradigm that even without being told, ya, tanpa disuruh, they want to read. So that is pembiasaan. So that's the first very good. So this is good for students. So elementary school teachers introduce pantun to the students. So I have one which is good to students. Baju biru seluar biru. Cakep. Sekali lagi ya. Kurang cakep. Okay. Baju biru seluar biru. Cakep. Bergelas mata, berjahat tangan. Cakep. Sudah mendapat kawan baru, kawan lama buat jangan. Okay. Itu bisa diajar ke siswa ya, ke student. Next, ada contoh lain. Bisa dikasih tahu ke student. Baik-baik menggali ubi. Ubi ditanam, pohon kelapa. Baik-baik menerima budi. Seumur hidup jangan dilupa. Ini saya cari dari Google lah. Okay. This is also good. This is also good and relate to the culture and the ethno-literacy. So we can learn ethno